Thank you, Saddlehead.
I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, but my legs ain't bowed and my cheeks ain't tan. I'm a cowboy who never saw a cow. I never roped a steer 'cause I don't know how. Sure ain't fixing starting now. Come yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, and I learned to ride before I learned to stand. I'm a riding fool who's up to date. I know every trail in the Lone Star State, 'cause I ride the range in a Ford V8. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
King of the cowboy fiddler.
Yeah.
And Joey, the cow polka king. An old cowhand from the Rio Grande, and I came to town just to hear the band.
I know all the songs that the Cowboys know about the big corral where the dogies go.
Where'd you
'Cause
learn?
I heard them all on WSM radio sing yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
Well, I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande,
Where the West is wide, around the borderland,
where the buffalo roam all around the zoo,
and the Indians make you a rug or two.
and the old Bar X is barbecue. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay,
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, and welcome to the Grand Ole Opry here at the turn of the millennium.
What a great half hour of entertainment we have for the folks, Ranger Doug.
We do. That is me, Ranger Doug. This is Too Slim, Woody Paul, and Joey, the Cow Polka King.
Proud to be here, too.
Glad to be bringing some traditional Western music to the Grand Ole Opry stage. And speaking of traditions, we have a grand tradition at the Grand Ole Opry, and that is going to commercial after the first song.
You'll greet the day with coffee bitter and strong. You ride away with a heart full of song. Doggies may stray, but for not very long. When you're riding the winds of the west, a sudden storm comes sweeping over the plain. The air is torn as lightning rips it again. The world's reborn, and the harsh cleansing rain. When you're riding the winds of the west, the western winds will bear a message to you of some long forgotten trail. And you'll rise to a horizon of blue, as on the west wind you will sail, 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 sail. The western winds will bear a message to you of some long forgotten trail. And you'll rise to a horizon of blue, as on the west wind you will sail, 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 sail. A ragged cloud hides the moon in its flight, and the coming of light, riding the winds of the west.
you.
95.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, buckaroos and buckarettes, riders in the sky, celebrating our 18th birthday tonight, November 11th, 1977.
Yes,
we began
indeed.
this little thing.
We were all 15 years old when we started.
That's right, we were.
18 years ago, and I still feel the same.
You got a little more gray, but you still feel the same.
Yeah.
Too Slim, Ranger Doug, Woody Paul, Joey the Cow Polka King, riders in the sky. A lot of great Western music and a lot of great country music for you here tonight on the Grand Ole Opry. But first, the most important part of all, a word from our sponsor.
I'd like to bring out a group of people, and I've just been talking with them, and you all have seen them on their own TV show and all, and I'd just like to bring them out and let you hear them right now. Thus, Ranger Doug and all of his gang called the Riders in the Sky. Give them a nice round of applause.
Oh, we got a classic of the West for you, Bob Nolan's Song of the Bandit. Let's send this out to my Uncle Albert and Aunt Margaret, visiting
Uncle
us
Albert?
from way up in Wisconsin and northern Michigan.
Well, let's send it out to him.
Long, long ago in old Wyoming lived a maid, fair as the sweetest flower blooming in the shade. She loved a bandit bold who roamed the prairie o'er, and every night she'd listen for his call. Then far to the west his voice come ringing, riding the wild horse he come singing, Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. He brings a token to his love. Swift as the wind he goes, for high in the hills you know she's waiting for his Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. One day he rode away, but never to return. Danger was waiting, now his love discovered her. Long days and lonely nights she waited all in vain, till winter passed and summer came again. Still every night when the moon come shining, for his song her heart went pining, Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. He brings a token to his love. Swift as the wind he goes, for high in the hills you know she's waiting for his Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. One night an angel brought a message from her love, told her you waited in the starlit skies above. Softly she closed her eyes and bid the angel go, and then the whole world echoed to his song. And straight down a moonbeam he come riding, out of the sky on a winged horse gliding, Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. He brings a token to his love. Swift as the wind he goes, for high in the hills you know she's waiting for his Heely-o-lee-a-pie-o-lee-ay. 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 I-o-lee-ay, I-o-lee-ay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ranger Doug, Woody Paul, Too Slim, Riders in the Sky.
Having some fun down front here. Our group that we're about to bring out here to you is a group that I'm sure many of you have had the opportunity to see on CBS television, because they've had their own television show. And I think their favorite phrase is something like, it's the cowboy way for all of the buckaroos and the buckarettes and the saddle pals. We can't leave the saddle pals out. I know it will bring back a lot of memories whenever you hear some of their Western flavored songs of the old West and the great outdoors and the Saturday matinee Westerns. You will remember those. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to Riders in the Sky.
Thank you, Jim Ed. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, buckaroos and buckarettes.
Well, Valentine's Day is a big time out on our ranch. What'd you do, Slim?
Well, I stuffed the traditional Valentine bird, Ranger Doug.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Must have been invited to put up a fight, didn't he?
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah, well, we normally would do a Song of the West here, but we're instead going to do one of those codependent, dysfunctional love songs like you hear on the radio all the time.
Yes.
In honor of Valentine's Day. Actually, this is a beautiful old Bob Nolan song called I Still Do.
2, 3, and... Here's a story I will tell how I loved the little girl. I was just a lad, but still knew that it was true because
I was proud to say that I love you, and I still do. Darling, many happy years have passed away since you and I were tiny little boy and girl playing 'neath the prairie sky. Do you recall the day I was bold enough to say I love you, dear, I want you near, and I still do.
Here's a story I will tell how I loved the little girl. I was just a lad, but still knew that it was true because
I was proud to say that I loved
a little gal like
you, and I still do. Darling, close your weary eyes and let me take you by the hand.
These people are starved for entertainment.
And straightway lead you down the path to that happy childhood land where there we'll live again, the same as we did then, among the flowers we claimed as ours, and we still do.
Here's a story I will tell
How I loved the little girl.
I was just a lad, but still knew that it was true because
I was proud to say that I
loved a little gal like
you, and I still do. Darling, I loved you then, and I still do.
Thank you, Jimmy. Mighty fine and a great big Western howdy, buckaroos and buckarettes. Before Woody hangs himself, I think we ought to do a Western tune which was written by the late Stuart Hemlin, who passed away this week. We'd like to dedicate this one to his memory as we ride out on those old Texas plains.
1, 2, 3.
I want to drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes riding high. I want to hear the sound of the whippoorwill. I want to hear the coyotes cry. I want to feel my saddle horse between my legs, riding him out on the range. Just to kick him in the side, make him show his step and pride, back on those Texas plains. Somehow it seems I'm back in my dreams, way back where I belong.
Just an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, back where I was born.
Oh, these city ways and these city lights are driving me insane.
I wanna be alone, I wanna be back home, back on those Texas plains. I wanna drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes riding high. I wanna hear the sound of the whippoorwill. I wanna hear the coyotes cry. I wanna feel my saddle horse between my legs, riding him out on the range. as they kick him in the side, make him show his stepping pride. Back on those Texas plains, back on those Texas plains.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, buckaroos and buckaroos. I'd like to take a second to introduce two Slim, Ranger Doug and Woody Paul, Riders in the Sky, and we have a new feller with us tonight who you may have, well, those of you in TV land saw in the warm-up show, and those of you who listened to us heard him last night as he joined us officially on the Grand Ole Opry. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey the Cowpolka King. Joey Mr.
Great.
What a sound. What are you? You're not looking too good tonight. You've got a problem of some sort?
Well, Ranger Doug, this flu has been going around. You know, I had quite a problem with it. Y'all had this flu going around? Pretty bad stuff. They say it can kill you. I thought I was going to die just a few days ago with it myself. But
So what?
So what?
So what if he died?
We wouldn't have a fiddler. That's so what?
Well, he wouldn't be gone long. He'd be reincarnated. You know how that is. And
No.
be what?
reincarnation. I've been reading up on it lately. It's a
Reincarnation?
Yeah.
That's some kind of flower, ain't it, Ranger Doug?
No, I think he's talking about that stuff we put in our coffee in the morning, Woody.
Oh, yeah.
You boys are several sandwiches shy of a picnic.
Oh, yeah?
Reincarnation, you don't know what it is, do you?
No, I don't get the chance to read all that much Shirley MacLaine out on the trail.
Well, my pal Wally McRae wrote about it in a poem. Maybe I'll do this poem and dedicate it to you, Woody. What is reincarnation? The cowpoke asked his friend. His pal replied, it happens when your life has reached its end. They comb your hair and wash your neck and clean your fingernails and lay you in a padded box away from life's travails. The box in you goes in a hole that's been dug in the ground, and reincarnation starts in once you're planted neath a mound. Them clods melt down just like your box, and you who is inside, and then you're just beginning on your transformation ride. In a while, some grass may grow upon your rendered mound, till one day on your lonely grave, a single flower is found. Then, say, a horse should wander by. And graze upon this flower that once was you, but now's become your vegetative bower. Now this posy that the hoss ate up with his other feed makes bone and fat and muscle essential to the steed, but some is left that he can't use. So it passes through and finally lays upon the ground this thing that once was you. Then say, by chance I wanders by, finds this object on the ground. I ponders and I wonders at this thing that I have found. I thinks of reincarnation, of life and death and such, and come away concluding, Woody, you ain't changed all that much.
Thank you.
Boy, I got a great hand, didn't I, Jimmy?
Yeah, boy, I'll say that. A nice round of applause for the right.
Thank you. Well, you've heard some wonderful Cajun music and songs from out of the heart of the prairie, but cowboys along the border sometimes sing beautiful songs in Spanish. Sometimes they don't sing about sagebrush and cowhide and timber-topped mountains and wide-rolling prairies. No, they sometimes sing the kind of codependent, dysfunctional love songs you hear on the radio every so often.
Even though we're cow-dependent.
We are cow-dependent no more, Slim.
Gonna sing one in Spanish here, Ranger Doug?
Yes, I am, Slim. A beautiful codependent love song in Spanish, because they say Spanish is the loving tongue.
Well, lick her to death, Ranger Doug.
A song of romance. Qué bonitos ojos tienes debajo de esas dos cejas, debajo de esas dos cejas. Qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas,
Pero si tú no los dejas ni siquiera parpadear, Malagueña salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa, que eres linda y hechicera, que eres linda y hechicera, como el candor de una rosa. Como el carmín
This is only a test.
de una rosa.
Riders in the Sky. Of Western music, cowboy music as we call it, from the days of the movies of the Gene Autry's and of course Roy Rogers, and then the Son of the Pioneers on recordings. And I love Western music. Friends, we've got some of the very best at it, some of our own Riders in the Sky right here, will you? Take them welcome.
Good evening, friends and neighbors, buckaroos and buckarettes. We have a scary ghost story for you tonight.
Right you are, Ranger Dog.
A scary ghost story of cowboys.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he rode along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, gosh, yeah! Ghost herd in the sky. Their horns are black and shiny and their hooves are made of steel. Their brands were still on fire and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear shot through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming high and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes are blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught him yet, 'cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear 'em cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Who you gonna call? As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name.
Jimmy C. Newman.
If you wanna save your soul from hell or riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride.
trying to catch the devil's herd.
It's not too late, Jimmy.
Across these endless skies. Sorry, Jimmy, too late. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky.
At its best. That's it. The Riders in the Sky. That's cowboy music. That's cowboy music, and at its best. Why did my name come up at that particular time? That's some of Doug's doing there, I'll guarantee.
Now we've got a group going to come out, and they really do sing some beautiful harmony. And they're the old Western style. The Riders in the Sky. Let's all make them welcome. Come on.
Mighty fine and a great big Western howdy from Riders in the Sky. Too Slim, Woody Paul, and Ranger Doug, the idol of American youth, with you here tonight. Say there, Too Slim.
Right you are, Ranger Doug, the idol of American youth.
Before we begin this tune, don't you have a trail tip to give these folks as they head down the long and twisty roads to home?
A trail tip.
Yes.
Yes.
Words to live by.
Words to live by. In these troubled times, Ranger Doug, idol of American youth, people will turn to a man in a 10-gallon hat.
And an 8-gallon head.
I think I'm a couple of quarts shy there, is that right? Tonight's trail tip, always drink upstream from the herd.
That's a good one.
Yep. I guess these folks have had it both ways. Just then a train ran through the Grand Ole Opry. Sounds like the Santa Fe, bringing good beef to hungry people. Ooh, watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe. She's thundering loud, she's roaring haughty and proud at the break of day. Ooh, watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe. I'll ride her on the blinds if I can catch her on time. Here comes the Santa Fe. Howdy-o-lay, pretty-o-dee-o, pretty-o lady, hey-hey-oo-dee-o, oh-lay, pretty-o-dee-o, pretty-o lady, hey-hey-oo. A drifting cowboy alone at the breaking of dawn slowly wakes from his dreamless sleep.
By the rippling falls where his wanderlust called in a gorge with a canyon steep.
Where the silvery rails follow mountainous trails across the prairie and on to the sea.
Where the girl he loves best in a soft gingham dress is waiting for the whistle scream. Ooh, watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe. She's thundering loud, she's roaring haughty and proud at the break of day. Ooh, watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe. I'll ride her on the blinds if I can catch her on time. Here comes the Santa Fe.
Yeah, I hope I can catch her, boy.
All aboard for Opryland, USA. Watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe. She's thundering loud, she's roaring haughty and proud at the break of day. Ooh, watch it fly, here comes the Santa Fe.
I'll ride her on the blinds if I can catch her on time. Here comes the Santa Fe.
Here comes that triple yodel.
Howdy, ole, pretty ole, pretty ole lady, ole, pretty ole, pretty ole lady,
We'll be right back after this message.
Thank you. Whoa. Thank you, Saddle Pals.
Man, I love those goo-goos.
Me too. Now, everybody asks us, where did the cowboy ever learn to yodel in the first place? And we have the song that tells the true and painful story.
When you hear a cowboy yodeling a song of open range, your heart leaps up to hear his stirring tale. But did you ever wonder at the end of his refrain why his voice leaps in a mournful wail?
Well, the story as it's told to me was handed down through history of a singing cowboy brave enough to try to ride the meanest old cayuse. It bucked him off right at the chute, left him spinning way up in the sky.
The bronco jumped up and the cowboy came down. They met at the old saddle horn. It made a deep impression, you could say it changed his life. And that's how the yodel was born.
Go on to slam.
Ole, oh, oh, lo, dee, oh, lo, ole, ole, eh, dee, eh. Adi-o-lo, oh, oh, lo, dee, oh, lo, ole, oh, lo, ole, dee, oh, lady.
Show off.
Wow. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. It's not logical for a fellow to sing that high, I don't think.
No, but if this was a logical world, men would ride side saddle. I think we have a horseman back there.
Apparently so. They know what we're talking about.
Yeah. And I know what I'm talking about when I say it's time for us to saddle up and head the ponies for the West.
That's right. We've had a great Grand Ole Opry show here, the TV portion. We'll be back on down the trail till we meet again sometime, speaking for all of us to all of you.
Happy trails to you.
Everybody sing with us, come on.
Until we meet again. Happy trails to you.
Okay, I was just kidding about singing along.
Keep smiling until then. Let's all sway back and forth.
Who cares about the clouds when we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. And happy trails to you till we meet.
Don't forget to help Mom in the kitchen.
Always drink upstream from the herd.
And don't squat with your spurs on.
Got a little extra time, so we have Woody Paul, the king of the cowboy fiddlers.
The audience began to clap their hands.
faster and faster, apparently.
Live from the Grand Ole Opry House in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Opry Backstage with tonight's guests, Riders in the Sky, Connie Smith, Dan Seals, and the Isaacs, as well as the latest from Little Jimmy Dickens and Garth Brooks. Right now, let's go backstage here at the Opry and join the host of tonight's show, Bill Anderson.
Good evening, and I hope it's nice and warm wherever you are. And to our friends up in the Northeast, duck, take cover. We're thinking about you. Well, there's no need to ask these four guys seated next to me how they spent the Christmas holidays, because they spent Christmas the cowboy way.
Certainly did.
Riders in the Sky. Two Slims got on his Grand Ole Opry 75th anniversary
this is my
shirt
Opry shirt
tonight. Show us
Let
that.
me show the shirt off here.
Now, wait, you actually got the stage at the Opry. Now, who's that singing? Is that Dolly? I see blonde hair.
It could very well be.
Oh.
Looks like Marty Stewart. You see the drummer back there? I like the drummer.
Yeah?
He looks awful good.
That is, who did that for you? Manuel
This
do
is
that?
Manuel.
He's pretty good at that kind of stuff, isn't he?
Manuel, the colorblind tailor. See? He does a great job.
I read something. You guys have now been together as a group intact without any changes longer than any group ever in the history of Nashville.
Really?
Is that true?
I didn't read that.
You didn't read that? You hadn't read that?
We can't find anybody else that'll work with us.
Well, now you have added one, because
Yes.
Joey,
About
the
12
Cowpoka King back there. Joey
I'm the new
was not
guy.
part of the-
Yeah.
You're the new
Yeah.
guy. You've only been here for how long?
About 13 years.
Yeah, well, you're the new kid on the block.
Joey was a member of the Federal Witness Protection Program, and the government asked us to help him disappear, and it's worked out great.
Nobody would think to look forward to Riders in the Sky.
No, they certainly wouldn't.
Doug, did you start out in bluegrass music? Because somebody told me that you did.
Oh, I did, actually. I came to Nashville hoping to play bluegrass, and I played on the Grand Ole Opry here with Bill Monroe.
You did?
As a young man, at the Ryman Auditorium, that's right.
Played guitar?
Played guitar for 6 weeks and bass for 6 months in 1969.
Well, then how the transition...
I was only 4 years old at the time. That was the remarkable...
How's the transition from bluegrass to cowboy?
Well, I just got, I saw some of the old Western movies. I saw the Sons of the Pioneers live, and I said, man, this is the music of my childhood. I've got to figure out how to do that. How do they sing that harmony? How do they sing those incredible chords? How do they write that music that's so descriptive and picturesque and says so much about the West? And so I said, I started to study it. The researcher that I am, I got into it, and I just couldn't stop.
People magazine said that Ranger Doug may well be the world's greatest living yodeler.
They said that.
Yes.
They might have said
Yes.
I may well be the best ballet dancer, too, but they didn't.
Okay, now, what about the deceased yodelers?
That's right. Nobody's better than Elton Britt. He was the king
I was going to
of them
ask
all.
you who you think the
He
king
was
of-
my idol.
Yeah. Well, there's still some pretty good yodelers around, though. Kenny Roberts, I think, is still...
Kenny's still with us and
Kenny's still
doing great. Yeah.
He did our radio show, and he tore him up. I mean,
Still jumping.
Yeah.
He
still
does what
jumping.
he calls the galloping yodel.
Uh-huh.
Now, what's the difference in that and what
He
you
sort
do?
of does a sort of a 80-80, 80-80, 80-80, oh.
And
kind
you
of a thing.
do?
Well, I can do that, too, but I do other things.
Can you do that, too?
He chooses not to.
I leave Kenny's yodels to Kenny. No.
Can you just yodel? I mean, on cue, somebody says, okay, yodel, and you just
Well,
jump
sure.
right in.
Yodel,
and go.
Ranger Doug.
Hey,
Can you do
that's
that,
fine.
How about
Slim?
the whisper yodel?
Yeah, the whispering. Give me the whisper yodel. That may be a whole new career.
Yodel.
I think we're onto something
What
there.
kind of New Year's
better yet.
resolutions have you got?
Still yodeling, still. New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, because
Well,
you're
it's not just
telling
New Year's.
me. Yeah.
This is the real new millennium.
This is
This
it.
isn't
You're real
that
big
fake
on that.
the fake light millennium we had last year. This
Yeah.
is the real deal.
This is it.
This
Then
is
why
1,000
did we
years.
celebrate it last year?
It was a mistake.
I've
What,
never
how do I
figured
know?
that out.
I know. People put bottled water and tuna fish in their basements, and they were a year off. You ought to be putting bottled water and tuna fish in your basement this year.
What's going to happen?
Which I have done.
Oh, have you?
So if you run out of bottled water and tuna fish, ridersinthesky.com, and I will, at a little slight handling fee, I will get you bottled water and tuna fish.
You don't have much time, let's face it.
No.
We're about a day away.
Yes, we
But
are.
see,
Well, happy
you know how it works, right? Jesus was born at the beginning of the Common Era, Anno Domini, whatever it is. And so when he turned 1, that first year was called 1, even though it was actually year 0. So when he turned 1, it would have been year 2. So when he would have turned 1,000, it was 1,001.
And here we are today.
So
nice shirt, Slim. It's great to have you guys with us. It's simple arithmetic. Riders in the Sky hosting Opry Live at the bottom of the hour. That ought to be a lot of fun. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Bill Carlisle turned 92 years old. And if you were watching Opry backstage, we brought him a cake and he blew out the candles. Well, Bill shares his birthday of December 19th with another Opry. Go ahead, just play. That's pretty good. With little Jimmy Dickens. And Jimmy invited Roxanne Russell and a few thousand of his closest friends to help him celebrate his birthday. Let's watch.